Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to Phil and Dave's Excellent Adventures. Just Dave here. Today I'm talking about the movie How to Blow Up a Pipeline. This is going to be a spoiler review, so if you've not seen the movie yet and you are concerned about spoilers, I would suggest you go and watch the movie first before you watch this review. So, How to Blow Up a Pipeline is a movie about a group of activists who blow up a pipeline. It's based on a book by, I forgot his name, Andreas Malm. And yeah, it came out last year, I think, internationally, and then this year, or in April this year in America. Yeah, the movie just came out on Hulu, so if you've got Hulu, you can watch it there streaming. Thanks to my buddy Rob for letting me use his account. Please don't change your password. So, as far as what I liked about the movie, cast overall was great. Ariela as Sochi was excellent. She's also one of the writers on the film. Kristine Froseth, I liked her as well as the Rowan, the girl who's sort of the FBI's informant. Lukas Gage as her boyfriend, who I guess improvised like 75% of his dialogue. Forrest Goodluck in here as Michael, the kid who makes the bomb. Sasha Lane, who I know from Utopia, she was good in this as well. I really like Jayme Lawson as Alicia. She was in the Batman. She played Bella Real, and she was probably the most relatable character in this one, the most level-headed one. I also like Marcus Scribner. It took me a while to place who he was. He's from Blackish. He plays Junior on Blackish. And Jake Weary, who just kind of looks like a discount Channing Tatum for some reason. I mean, nothing against him, but his performance is good as well. And I liked his character. So yeah, I thought the title font was good. I like that they got kind of just the regular red kind of letters on like a black background, very like up front and in your face and not flashy or anything. I appreciated that. I really like the score by Gavin Brivik. Before this, he did Wild Indian and a movie called Cam, which is but the same director. Apparently, he drew inspiration from early Michael Mann films and Musique Concrete, which is just using like sort of sounds and industrial noises in music, I think. I really like the bomb building scenes. There's a couple of them. They're all very, very tense and very effective. The sort of drinking scene they have where they're all kind of sitting around and having a good time was also fun and showed that they're still young and kind of irresponsible. And the drone scene too was a good one where you're like, oh, what are they going to do? They've got this drone flying up there, but the guy manages to hit it with the ratchet strap, and yeah, that works out. So I like that, and I guess I'm just now realizing that when he did that, that may be why the ratchet strap ends up breaking later, and I missed that until just now. So hey, good job there. I liked all the character backstories. How at first we're kind of introduced to these people, we don't know who they are, and some of them don't even know each other because they're like, hey, they're introducing each other basically. And then the movie kind of takes its time to go back and give you each character's backstory and why they're there and what their motivations are. And I feel like I appreciated that and the sort of reveal of information, the way they did that. For the most part, I found entertaining because it kept me wondering what was going to happen next. And I did appreciate the ending and sort of the overall kind of theme to the movie, which, at first I'm watching it going like, I've seen this kind of movie before. It's kind of like Fight Club or like Swordfish. And I appreciate it. And I feel like if I were 15 or something, I would probably love this. But like, it's hard to really relate to these kids. But then as the movie goes on and they kind of go into, the one girl's got cancer, the woman's got cancer, the other woman lost her family because of it. The one guy's losing his land. The other guy's his whole culture and heritage. And yeah, it was all very convincing and very relatable. The kind of thing I believe that these people would become, these kind of radical eco-terrorists because of what happened to them. And I like the ending. I like the way that it's sort of a call to action. The girl kind of the woman puts out the Facebook or whatever message out on the internet, on social media, kind of telling people like, hey, we did this. And then we see another group of people, and I think Florida kind of emulating what they did in Texas. So yeah, I really appreciated all that. And I thought it was good. I thought it was a very good, it was kind of a movie like watching it as it goes. I'm like, okay, this is okay. I'd heard some people say it's like the best movie of the year. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm seeing that here. But then as the movie went on and with the fairly satisfying ending for me, I think I can kind of see where people are coming from. I did really enjoy it. First, what I disliked about the movie, it is a little slow in the beginning. It takes a little bit of time to get going. And I think it's somewhat earned eventually, but just as I'm watching for the first time, and if I can imagine recommending it to anyone, they might think, okay, it's taking a while to get going here. They do like kind of a non-linear thing, which I think is effective, but also feels like they're kind of just doing it for plot twists. Because like, for example, I think one of the first ones they do is Michael is building the bomb and then there's an explosion. It's like, oh my God, that's crazy. And then they cut back to, Michael, I forget, 6 months ago or however long ago, and see him kind of arguing with his mother and kind of, explaining his backstory. And they do that throughout the movie. At some point, the barrel falls on Alicia and then they kind of go back and go through her relationship, with her girlfriend, who I forget her name, but she's got cancer. The character that's played by Sasha Lane. So anyway, yeah, I didn't like that as much. I didn't love the security guards, just because their performances came off a little cartoony. The security guards are surveyors, whoever they are, the people who interrupt Rowan and her boyfriend when they are trying to break into the pump thing. And I didn't really like sort of the ethical implications of the movie, because as much as it's an entertaining movie to watch about a group of people who are sort of terrorists and see how they became these terrorists, it almost seems like in some ways the movie was sort of encouraging it. And apparently on their website at some point they had like information about like the location of like pipelines and stuff. And yeah, it's a little too far. I think the FBI had to get involved and be like, hey, now that's too far there. Stop that. So yeah. I can kind of see that being an issue, and I can kind of see people misunderstanding this movie, or maybe that's the intent they had, but I can see people taking this movie the wrong way and taking the wrong message from it. So other than that, the movie is directed by a guy named Daniel Goldhaber. He did something called Cam before this. I haven't seen that. And 3 episodes of 50 States of Fright, a couple of shorts called Bad Kid and Summer. The movie was written by Goldhaber, Ariela Bearer, who plays Sochi. The only other, I think, writing credit she has besides this is a short called Jelly. And someone named Jordan Sjol, Sjol, who apparently wrote the story for Cam, which was Daniel Goldhaber's previous film. Yeah, it's also based on a book by Andreas Malm. From what I understand, there are a fair amount of differences between the book and the movie. I have not read the book, so I can't say for certain, but from what I understand, the movie is inspired by the book, but made a fair amount of changes to it. It's set in West Texas, but they filmed it in New Mexico. Like I said, it premiered on September 10th, 2022 at the Toronto International Film Festival, and it came out in the US in April 7th, 2023. I missed the release of it. I don't know if it played around me, but yeah, like I said, it is on Hulu now, so if you've got Hulu, it is streaming for free. Like I said, it did kind of remind me of movies like Fight Club or Swordfish, but maybe a little classier or a little more realistic, I guess. And yeah, the Rotten Tomatoes of this one is kind of interesting because it's the critics have it at a 94%. Apparently at one point it was 100 because I saw a poster that said 100%. And the audience is at 64. So not much of the audience likes it very much. I did read through some of the comments, and some people seem to have issues with either them not actually telling you how to build how to blow up a pipeline, and other people, having issues with the sort of eco-terrorism or the being, too woke kind of thing, I'm sure. But yeah, it's interesting. As far as money, the movie's made about $1 million as far as I know. I don't know what it costs to make, but I did notice that a lot of the actors are also executive producers on it. So that was kind of interesting. Oh, I did see some people were complaining too that the movie claims to be about, environmentalism, but they spent a lot of money like with the composer to fly him out, and I don't know, whatever. That being said, I think it was a great movie. I think it is legitimately one of the best movies of the year, and I really enjoyed it. So I think I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. But if you saw the movie, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great night, and I will see you here again next week.